And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to DJ Kurt Entertainment, DJ Kurt's video venue review. Today coming to you from the Farmington Club here in beautiful Farmington, Connecticut. The Farmington Club, gosh, it's been around forever, but still, the Farmington Club and its sister property over in Southington, the AquaTurf, always have the most beautifully landscaped grounds. Let me just pan around here real quickly. This is a very large complex. I mean, let me just go back here for a second. This, I believe, is called the Club Room. That's where we'll be today for the all-day gallant wedding. And then over to the right of this building, they have a nice pool area, outdoor pavilions for, gosh, any sort of an event. I can see a fabulous family gathering, for something like that. And then all the way over to the right is, I believe they call that the Aqueduct Room. I'm really bad with names and directions when you come to multiple outlet properties and how they either name them north, south, east, west, or give them a name, what have you. There's so many of them, it's hard to keep track. But, beautiful, beautiful grounds. Today's a little overcast. It's Saturday, June 20th. It's only 69 degrees, but oddly enough, it's not humid. There's a cool breeze, but it definitely looks like we might get a shower here this afternoon. Not supposed to, but you know what? That's enough for the weather report. Let's take a walk around the property. So the Aqueduct Room, which is not where our wedding will be today, is over to the, I'll call it the right side of the property as you're pulling in. I'd say the rooms are about the same size, just a little bit of a different layout. Off of the Aqueduct Room for a cocktail hour is an enclosed space, but open also to the elements, which is nice. You get a nice breeze, and this is where they typically have their cocktail hour. Let's just scooch in there real quick. I doubt it's set up. I believe we are the only wedding going on today over in the Club Room. But if you would have your wedding here at the Aqueduct Room, this is the area where your cocktail hour would be, both in and out. Also, if you were considering a family gathering, as I mentioned, fabulous place. There's a fenced-in pool over there, a large size, looks to be about an Olympic-sized pool, and really just a lovely setting. Stuck out here in the woods, it's very quiet, lots of wonderful nature, birds singing, and so on. Let's see if we can peek inside real quick. Well, unfortunately, the Aqueduct Room is closed, so we can't be nosy and sneak in there. And it's just looking through the window, it's obvious that there is not going to be anything going on today. So, but also a nice room. I mean, lots of natural light. And if your ceremony was here at the Farmington Club and you were utilizing the Aqueduct Room, your ceremony would take place over underneath the pergola at the end of this pathway. So in essence, your processional is really starting right from where I'm standing now, down the winding path to the pergola, chairs on either side of the path once you reach the open patio area. Really quite lovely, and they always do a wonderful job here with the flora. Always top notch here. And pictures, I know that oftentimes when I'm working on this side, they come over here for pictures afterwards, and so on. And then, of course, looking back, and then off in the distance, you see where we're going to be at the Club Room right there. So let's just give you a quick look at the pool area here. Okay, not quite Olympic size, but still a very large pool. It seems to be in like a Z shape. Interesting. But again, wonderful place for family gathering. And heck, they even have tennis courts on the opposite side of the pool. So if your wedding or family is sports oriented, wonderful place to have an event. And so this is a side view of the Club Room, which we'll be in today for the all-day gallant wedding. And I suppose if there was a line of, let's call it a line of demarcation, separating the two different areas of the venue here. This would probably be it. If your ceremony is going to be at the Farmington Club utilizing the club room, then this is where your ceremony would take place. In essence, you are processing, let me get to the point where you may be making your turn. You'd be processing from the beginning of the sidewalk there, and eventually you reach this small arbor, transition under the arbor to the gazebo, and that's where your ceremony would take place. And then, of course, seating on either side. And really a lovely backdrop with the pond with the fountains in the background. Really quite lovely. So about 2 years ago, they did a complete renovation on this part of the Farmington Club, the club room, which will be today. And part of that renovation, if you follow the path around, they covered the patio area, which is really nice. Now cocktail hour can proceed without any interruption outdoors, regardless of the weather. They have a nice wood burning fireplace, plenty of cocktail tables. Our wedding today is only, I believe, Rhonda, that she's a maitre d', been here forever, love Rhonda, true professional. I believe it's only about 115 guests. The room, which we'll see in a minute, can easily accommodate, I would say, about 200 guests or so. I know I've done weddings here in the past that have been at least that large. So this is the view, looking out over the property from the club room. You can see the pool over there. Cocktail area off the aqueduct room. Ceremony area for the club room, which we're in today. Lovely landscaped grounds. Tons of parking, both here and, we cannot see it from here, but on the opposite side of the pond. Areas out here for our smokers. And let's go inside and check it out. So when you walk inside, someone here is to greet you, give you your table assignment. Of course, table for any knickknacks. Today's couple, wonderful couple. Can't wait for this wedding. And before we see the main ballroom, let's walk back here. Here you have your men's room, your ladies' room, and also the bridal suite. Now, if there's one negative about the Farmington Club, is that the bridal suite is not large. It's comfy, it's cozy, but if you have a large bridal party, not many of you are going to be hanging out in here. But still, beautiful room. I mean, they redid everything here. The floors, the wallpaper, the painting. And as we navigate the stairs, you can see how much of the space is not being used. You can easily put in, gosh, at least, I would say 15 tables over here. And way at the end is our bar. You know, nice full service bar, beautifully wood carved. You know, and what's nice about the Farmington Club and its sister property, the AquaTurf, is the staff has been here forever, and to me that speaks volumes about the venue. Little lounge area, lots of natural light, and here is our room today. Dance floor centered in the room, which is the way it should be, though you don't see that too often. Today's wedding has a huge wedding party, and as a result, they have a huge head table to seat. What do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Gosh, about 20 people in the wedding party, and they'll be sitting across from each other, which is very unusual, but it's how they wanted it. And you know what? They did a nice job. Hors d'oeuvre tables out, so folks will access the main room here for cocktail hour, and they can either be in the main room or head out to the patio. And heading out to the patio, through the double doors, and voila, here we are in the patio area. And then looking back onto the room, they really did a lovely, lovely job here. I mean, coffered ceilings, everything is just beautiful. So the staff is second to none here. As I mentioned, the maitre d' is Rhonda. Her sidekick is Steve. Two of the most wonderful, warm-hearted hosts, very professional, very easy to work with. Highly recommend them. Food is always consistent here, as is their sister property, the AquaTurf. And that's it. And typically your entertainment, in this case today it's myself, sets up in this little alcove, and that's about it. So once again, this is DJ Kurt Entertainment, coming to you today from the Farmington Club here in Farmington, Connecticut. Wishing you all a fabulous day, and hope to see you out at one of our awesome weddings soon. Bye-bye now.